thing.
Pretty much like the only magic personalities are like Pakula,
Mike Flores.
Mike Flores, BDM, and Chapin.
Yeah, quite following Brian Braun because too many puns. Meanwhile, let's talk about Magic. What do you say? Let's go ahead and start the clock there. Of course, that's for entertainment purposes only, but we will get it on there. So we've got a winning in here. Both these players are 2-1. So the winner makes it to the top 8. The loser probably doesn't. There is some potential for some drawing in, but they're going to play anyway and then make the draw decision at their leisure. On the left, Joseph Deal playing Mono Red Blitz. He's all in on Little Red Guys. And his opponent is Nick Reid. We saw it round 1.
All in playing Green Guys.
Playing, yeah, basically the Nykthos Devotion deck. So Mana Dork into Mana Dork into, it was a Elvish Mystic into a Burning Tree Chain for Caryatid into a turn 3 Pelucranos. Meets a Foundry Street Denizen, Burning Tree Emissary, and Unleash Rakdos Cackler.
It's probably going to be a
Diamond Charge. So get you for
8.
8. So Nick untaps with about 1 billion mana. He's going to go ahead and serve in with the Pelucranos. Couldn't you leave the Mystic up and then kill one of the things? I guess you can do that with the Caryatid.
One of the things.
I didn't see the Caryatid.
Well,
now I kill the Mutavault for sure's. You kill the Mutavault because it's hard to kill. In response, you can Monstrous. It's going to be very good. And I heard Joseph go, "Oh man, I didn't see that," because I think he forgot about the Caryatid being able to tap for mana. I think he was the exact same thing as us. So a little bit of a blowout there.
I'm really liking Nick Reed's choice of lands.
The just whatever I pulled out of the box.
It's like Zendikar, white bordered.
He's got what are those? The
big tree branch Zendikar.
I'm trying to think who does that one.
7.
I don't know who does that art. I should. I know more about those lands than I know anything. I think it's one that only did one. Because it's not. Basically, there's Veronique Minot, John Avon, Young Park, and the other.
And then you have the teacups.
I hate the freaking Cup Island. I hate it.
So good. So good.
Hashtag Rebel Hulk, hashtag blowout. The chat is trolling us on our own hashtag. Or just participating in the fun. What is that?
Tapping all the things.
Why are we casting cards out of our graveyard?
I think he's conceding.
No, this is the hamming it up portion of the game. And he said next year we'll do that, so we'll get it there. But look for more information about that on our Facebook page at facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic or on the Four Horsemen's page, which I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm sure if you search on Facebook you'll find it. Meanwhile, back to the action here. Joseph with a turn 1 Foundry Street Denizen and a turn 2 Unleashed Gorehouse Chainwalker, so hitting in for 2 here. It's a pretty good curve to start out with. I guess the best start involves a turn 1 Foundry Street Denizen into an empty board on turn 2 with basically Joseph wants to do what Nick just did.
Yeah.
What Nick just did is, as far as I'm concerned, is just won the game on turn 2 because he has 3 walls basically. Foundry Street will pump the first Foundry Street. There's a Fire Fist Striker, and now we're going to serve in here. Now this is important because both these creatures with 3 power will trade with a Caryatid, so Nick has to decide if he wants to throw his 2 emissaries in the way.
Which I think would be perfectly.
Yeah,
I think it would be. Well,
it depends on what's in your hand. If you have a Nykthos in your hand, you do exactly what he did. So tap for 5 mana. So activate green 5 mana for Mystic and Pelucranos. Yeah, so this is a lot better.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. So by using his life as a resource and going down to 12, which is still a high enough life total against this deck.
Basically use Phyrexian mana to
Yeah,
play.
you are exactly right. Because the mono red decks that exist, and as you, since you're playing this tonight, I'm sure you could agree. As the Fire Fist takes the Pelucranos out of combat, and before blockers, we're going to shock one of the emissaries. The current iterations of the mono red deck don't really have a lot of reach.
No,
there's not enough burn.
There's not a mid.
The last time mono red was really good is back when Koth was legal. Not only did you have Koth, but you had Stagger Shock, you had Lightning Bolt, you had Searing Blaze, you had a lot of burn.
Well,
you had Burst Lightning.
You had a mid game, and right now it just really doesn't have it. And without Rootbound Crag, the
Flinthoof Board.
Yeah, you still have Gore Clan Rampager, but it's just that's basically the only green card you'd want to play, and it's just not worth it to have the clunky mana base.
So Nick's going to start off his turn with a Temple of Abandon, shoving one to the bottom here. Now his devotion, because he had to throw that burning tree under the bus, his devotion isn't big enough now where he can actually profit mana. So short of another burning tree here, we're stuck on 4 mana. Now we can monstrous here and kill the Fire Fist Striker, which seems to be the play, right? Gorehouse Unleash pre-combat. Before combat, we are going to do exactly what we discussed, which is to go monstrous on the Pelucranos, kill the Fire Fist Striker, make a 6/6 Pelucranos. Now we can suicide our team here and get in 2 damage. But Joseph decides not to. He is hellbent, so those Foundry Street Denizens are in danger of being just 1/1s next turn on the attack. But the attack that he had last turn was just not. I mean, that's not a winning something. So we play a Sylvan Caryatid here. So now we can profit off Nykthos if we want to, but I think we just leave our Caryatid up. So off the top for Joseph, not looking good here.
No.
So our PTQ finalist in danger of missing out on the top 8 here.
What is that, a Cackler?
That is looked like a mountain to me. No, it's a Cackler. I think it's Cackler. One of the very first low light of the week or highlight of the week was this is ages ago, when someone played a Cackler. He had one on board already that was unleashed, and he had a second one that he left open for blocks. He says, yeah, and you hear me say, hey, he's going to play a second Cackler, and that one's going to be on a pretty short leash.
Oh!
Gain all the life.
The other one's off the chain.
That one is, what is that, Nalia's Disciple? Gain life equal to your devotion.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, somebody played that. I was playing against a mono green devotion today, and somebody played that.